Welcome back to Abundance Thursdays with myself, Walter Morello, and the great Vinney Smile Chopra. Vinney, welcome back, brother. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Walter. It's so great to be back. And hey, guys, guess what? It's so sunny outside. I had to put on my glasses. As a matter of fact, I'm in my studio, but guess what? Not really. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there, brother Walter. Right?
Yeah, I got billionaire glasses right here from the summit.
We had so much fun. We had so much fun at the summit, and we're going to rock it again in 2023. Get your tickets, get your signed up, everything.
Click the link below.
Yes, it is.
So you just had Thanksgiving. Now, you are probably the most thankful person I know. And before we talk about demographics and investor, like how investors should be looking right now at the market, I got to know, what is a Vinney Smile Chopra Thanksgiving? What's a Chopra Thanksgiving look like?
You know, it was a really nice one, actually. My sister-in-law, her family, our kids, Neil and Monica, everybody was here at our place. It was wonderful. Yeah, it was really great. Oh, there was a big thing, though. The turkey we were getting from a restaurant, they were backlogged. So actually, our son had to wait 4 hours. And we thought that we won't get the meal. So we were trying to figure out different ways. Where can we order? And a lot of restaurants were not taking orders. My wife had planned it way back, but everything works out at the end. That's what I believe, But thanks to our son Neil, who had the patience and perseverance to stay there at the restaurant for 4 hours to get our meal. And we enjoyed it so much.
It's so funny, right? Like you talk about patience and perseverance, and Neil's obviously done a great job in his career, and
Yes.
like he got the turkey done, so something he carries on. But I got to jump to a different thing that I'm noticing in your background, because you're always walking, you're always out. I know it's like 40 degrees outside right now. You've got an elephant right behind you, an elephant in your desk.
Yes.
With the trunk up. That is feng shui, and I
love it.
I just noticed it.
Love this elephant.
I got mine over here, Vinney.
My cousin. Look at that, brother.
No way.
Yeah, my cousin, she brought it for me, and I'm so thankful. I love elephants like you, and again, it's a very great pet friend. I don't know if you could say pet. You can't have it.
My elephant's over there.
But it's such a great thing, Yeah, I enjoy that very much.
So I wasn't aware, I know like you're always thinking about abundance.
Somebody gave me this bobblehead.
Oh, Vinney, where do you get your own bobblehead? that is literally you.
Can have some fun.
So when you get to become a successful real estate investor, you get action figures or a bobblehead.
My studio, because I do a lot of recordings from here, but of course I walk a lot, but then lately it's been raining outside and it's cold. So I'm just here. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun today. Yeah.
I like it, brother. I like it. So it's good to have you in the office because, like you are always walking and you got a beautiful view outside, but you've put some serious work into just creating a space that you could, promote to the world, education. So I love having you here in the office.
I love that dream. And then also Smile right up there, my eagle there. Then, of course, my son, my lovely wife over there, then our kids and all. So it's a few things and books and all. Then these are my 2 books over here. A little this thing. Then that's when we went to a wedding, my wife and I. So, it's just a small, setup, which I enjoy. No, you have a beautiful one, brother. Look at yours. Yeah.
Well, mine's just a bunch of books, Vinney.
Yeah, and you get together.
Put some money.
Yeah. Should be. And books also. I should put them together. I have lots of great books. I have quite a few books on this side of my desk. And then, of course, it's got microphones and all. My Rode microphone, we are mounting it very quickly. Then I've got my lights and action 4K cameras, all that stuff.
So I for everybody listening, I apologize, guys. I really take a lot of pride in learning about Vinney, like all the details, like everything that goes on inside of his head. Because obviously he's been extremely successful. And I hope like when I'm Vinney's age, Vinney, you're 70, right? Like that's one of the things that people don't realize, because you look like you're in your 50s, but you're actually 70 years old. You're still active investing. You're doing more now than you've ever done, right? In 2023, you have more acquisitions scheduled than ever in your career.
Totally. It's going to be the best year ever. I know. But the thing is, it's all in the mindset. And that's why we do this show, Abundance Mindset. We got to have that mindset to get things first done here. They got to be etched in our mind. And then we send out signals and, we bring people together, and then it happens physically. So first it has to take place in our mind, whatever we want to do. And that's so important, the thoughts. And that's why we do this show, Abundance Mindset, on every Thursday. It's a new time now, 9 a.m., which is Pacific, and 12 Eastern. So please join us and subscribe to us, give us comments, and ask us questions, because that's what this show is about for you and, for all the audience and our followers. And thanks to Brother Walter, who is just doing such a great, amazing job with the 100 Millionaires Summit and programs, Alchemist Nation. And the key thing is, if we could give those working habits, those points to, get people empowered so that they can really look at their roadmap of where they are and where they are trying to go, that's what it's all about. Because everybody should have a blueprint for their rest of their life. Like at 70, I'll be 71 next year. So excited about it. But the key thing is, I got to have a good life print. I could be just, sitting on the sofa or lying down without any goals, any aspirations. But that's not life. Life is to live it fully every day, every single day.
I was on a webinar last night and somebody asked me, how do you stay so positive? How do you stay so motivated? And now that I'm thinking about that, because it was asked to me, I've got to ask you, how do you stay so positive? How do you stay so motivated?
I think the big thing is, if everybody who's watching us or listening us, please see what's in your thoughts. What are your thoughts about? And if your thoughts are very negative, pessimistic, you're always worrying, you're saying, I didn't do that, you're blaming yourself, then you cannot be really passionate about anything. The thing is, you got to have goals, small goals, middle-sized goals, or whatever it is, just getting up in the morning at the right time and doing some miracle morning, like I say, doing some exercise, cleaning your mind and body and soul, taking a good cold shower, exercising, doing yoga, whatever you want to do, reading something positive in the morning or watching on YouTube, something positive, motivating, that will take you to a new state. That's the key to success. I get excited because every day is a gift to me, and it's a gift to everybody. And we say present, it's a present. See, logically, we could say present is today, this time, and so on. Present is also a gift. So Almighty, gave us a gift of today because we are alive. We can speak, we can eat, we can breathe, we can drink, we can do all those things. So if we are that good a human being, God brought us here on the stage of life to do good for others. So it's the passion which becomes habitual. And these are the thoughts that when I get up in the morning, I'm not like I'm right now, in the show. But the thing is, you got to really have a routine, and you got to be thinking what's next and what's bothering you. Let's get hold of that. Put that botheration into momentum, into impetus, into a directional force that can take you to the next level of happiness. And to be really positive, you can't be positive all the time. As a matter of fact, I need to record a lot because I've been saying positivity brings profitability and everything, but that's maybe a lie. What?
Oh no.
Vinny's gonna write a new book now.
A new book. What do I do with the old book?
Positivity and optimism. I was talking to a good friend of mine, Gary, this week. The thing is, positivity is a short term, but having, optimism about life is a long term. But you can be only optimistic, or you have the patience and you say, you know what, I'm optimistic about those results. But those optimism thoughts will come, and in our life will come if we do the things now to be optimistic.
So you're saying optimism is better than positivity?
Yes.
Because optimism is a long term.
Long term.
But you've also got to build the habit of optimism.
Exactly. And you have to do the activities today to get to be having. Why would you feel optimistic? Wow. See, that's what it's going to be all about. Optimism comes from positivity, of course, short term, but consistent, doing the things right now to be optimistic in the future. So that's why we need to live in the present. See, we can be hopeful, we can be praying, we could be doing anything in life and be optimistic, but we got to take care of today and do the activities of calling people, meeting people, thinking time, delegating. All those things which we do today will make us more optimistic about the results tomorrow and day after and day after.
Vinney, you're channeling straight from the universe, right through the call. That the challenge with this mindset stuff is most people will jump on a call like this and be like, yeah, but I need the technical. Tell me the how. And and I know that what you're saying right now, I'm listening to it and saying, oh my God, this is truth. This is how you become a millionaire or billionaire. But let's give the people what they want. They want, technical, right? So
you're right. And it's good to have technical, because if you don't have the technical and the knowledge and really aspiring to master the skill that you want to be in, if you're not happy what you're doing today, then try to find a way to get out of it. Because life is so short. You got to find the passion. And that's what it's all about, really. I get up in the morning, I'm so fired up. I have nothing planned today except for this morning. I'm totally free. My schedule is totally free. I can do whatever I want to do and everything. And my businesses are running and everything. And I have nothing to worry about. That's the point, is you got to be able to really do meetings with yourself, I call it, because it's called the best time ever. Stephen Covey taught us quadrants, right? And the best time ever is in non-urgent or not urgent and not important. What? Oh my gosh. So if that's the quadrant you're in, you can spend so much time in developing yourself to a better person, and looking through all the different thinking time is a most precious time anybody can have. And we should plan that thinking time every Friday. Please put on your calendar. Vinney said 1 hour of thinking time, and you block it off every Friday, and you just talk to yourself and look at your life and look at your deeds and what you accomplished that week or last week or 3 weeks back. If you are on par out of 0 to 10, if you give yourself a 9 or a 10, then you are really giving your very best. But if you give yourself a 2 or a 3, then you better talk to yourself and say, why did I give that 2 or 3? And how can I move it to 4 and 5 and 6?
Vinny, I've been diving into this myself this week. Like I'm so blessed that you're on the same you're going into this right now, because I've been looking at, okay, what are the goals for Alchemist Nation next year? How do we get there? 1,000 people at the summit. We want to bring a bunch of people through, and we want to show everybody how to do multifamily syndication with your course and your mentorship.
Yes.
And I'm looking at it, I'm saying, okay, like here are my goals. But I'm also taking a lot of time off this week, next week, next couple of months, honestly, just over the winter, just taking some time off.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't do that. And I know I didn't do that. I would take time off, Vinny, but I wouldn't be taking time off to sit quietly and have a conversation with myself and, identify what really is moving me, what's done well, what isn't working. So how do you, for somebody who's never done it before, how do they decide?
It's very important. I mean, it's the simplest way is to take a plain sheet of paper and a pen. That's all you need. Maybe 2 pieces of paper, not more than 2, because I don't believe in dissertation. Yeah, right. Even smaller than, and the key thing is be as honest as you can be. That's the key thing. You've got to be what you have done realistically. Actually, what you have done and accomplished, write it down. What was the 3 most important things I did? I always say 3 number because that's more countable, 1, 2, 3. And you go through and you say, what, yesterday, what were those 3 major activities that you did and you're really proud of? Or what were the 3 you should have done that would have given you even better results or better happiness or better whatever. So that's where it all starts. It's the 3 things that you should be doing that you are not doing.
Yep.
And it doesn't come easy. It doesn't come easy for me or anybody, but you've got to really hit it. And that's why you need to be just by yourself. And then you just introspectively look at what's happening in your life. So we could do 3 things from yesterday to 3 things from last week to 3 things from last month, then 3 things from last 6 months, and then 3 things for a year, brother. That's it.
Yep.
That's it.
And you do this every week. You do this on Fridays, sometimes weekly.
Friday. You got to do it on Friday because you could really see. I don't remember much what I did yesterday. I don't.
I remember you saying at the summit, that's your secret to success. I don't remember anything.
I have nothing in my mind. My wife says you're blessed. I said, well, I don't know. I'm blessed or not, but I don't have anything in my mind. I just get into whatever is in front of me, whatever activity I'm going to get involved. Like I didn't do any written down this morning. I just said we'll get on the show and we'll speak the truth. Whatever comes to my mind. The key thing is you got to be totally at peace. Okay, hold on. So that is the first thing one should do. To write down this Friday, tomorrow, 1 hour, take 1 hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, find time. I've been doing it all my life because I remember people control your calendar. No. We should control our calendar.
Yes.
And writing down your kids' play games and where you want to be and your dates with your spouse or better half, or when you want to be at the school parent nights and all that, what important things or vacations, like to be very truthful with the praise the God, we are leaving for our 6th vacation next Monday.
6th vacation in like 2 months, Vinny.
I know.
I've been watching you all over the place. You're calling me from Iceland. You're calling me from Florida. You're all over.
Canyons and all. Next year, we are going to Morocco. We are going to Portugal. We are going all over. But you got to. We go to Cancun, and then I'll go to Florida and Miami, and of course, all over. But the key thing is you got to be really looking at, are you happy where you are right now? And if you're not, you are the only person who can change you. or your circumstances or your outside. If the inside is correct, outside will be correct. And I say that, if I may say that again, I mean, I have done it in podcast where one preacher was writing some sermon, but his young boy was disturbing him. And he was coming back and kind of getting him on different track. He said, you know what? I'm going to give my son something that will really capture his attention. And he found a world map right next to him. And he just tore it apart and gave it to his son and said, son, take your time and put this world together. All right. And go and, let me write my sermon. And lo and behold, within 10 minutes, his son comes back, young son. He says, how did he know all these countries? He doesn't know the world. And how did he put it together? And you know what he did? He's asked his son, how did you put this world together? He says, Dad, when you were tearing off the map, I saw a picture of the man in the backside. And I knew if I can make the picture right for the man, if I put the man right, the world will be right.
I have heard this one. That's from a book, but I can't think of the book right now, but
I don't either,
But it is, you said the story just perfectly, because if you get the man right, the world will be right.
The world will be right.
Right. As within, so without. Like we are the change that we want to see in the world around us.
Yes.
Vinney, I was going to talk about demographics, but I say we put that aside entirely. And I'm just going to change the title of this talk, because we are going into the mindset of how to be a billionaire, how to be just a happier person. And, you're talking about gratitude and joy and loving what you do, being passionate. I think that's more valuable, honestly, and that's what you were called to speak about today. So I think
I appreciate that. No, I appreciate that. I think the biggest thing is we could learn all the tricks of the trade. We could go to seminars, we could read books, but I always have felt, what did we take from the summit? What did we take from the seminar? Or what did we get from the book we wrote, we heard, or podcast we listened to? It's what we implement in our life. That's more important than anything we know. So I think, like I teach in my university, how to talk to investors and have an elevator pitch, and how to talk to brokers and, do underwritings. But the people who are really excelling in my academy are the doers. They are not only learning the things that I'm teaching, but they are implementing them. They have that vision that I want to talk to brokers, 3 brokers or 4 brokers, and build relationships and find that deal and underwrite it so that they can get better and better and better and better. And then they're talking to investors, 3 of them a week. I said 3 times 52 weeks. That's 150 people.
I love that you did the math that way. It's 150 people, 156 people, just 3 a week. Let's go do it.
I mean, how hard it is. 3 new people. And yesterday I was teaching, because I teach that on Wednesday night at 4:00. By the way, anybody who wants to come to my academy for free, just for 4 lectures or whatever, just go to vinnyzoom.com. That's all. Right down.
Vinnyzoom.com.
Zoom.com.
Wednesday at 4:00 PST.
PST.
So that's 7:00 EST.
Yeah, 7:00 EST. Every Wednesday, I coach for 1.5 hours. You're welcome to join me, up to 100 people. I do it, and then we record the session also. We record it. And just come to vinnyzoom.com, VINNEYS, Zoom, ZOOM.com, Wednesday, 4 p.m. Pacific. Love to have you. And you look into my ecosystem and how this, students who just coming there, they are making deals after deals and getting, the syndication within 2 months, within 1 month. I just have a student, husband-wife team just joined, and they're finding assisted living in their backyard in my second lecture. second lecture. They're ready to do the syndication right away. It's amazing. But
yeah, I love that you're so open to inviting people in.
thank you.
Like I love that because you know what I know, right? Like at the end of the day, you can teach everybody everything, hand out all the information. At the end of the day, it's only the people who take action who are going to eventually need your advice, right? Like they can go, until they actually take action, that's when they're like, oh my God, you know what? I need a mentor. And once they're actually in a deal, that's when they're like, hey, it's worth paying it because now I need the phone call. But like people think that the value is just in the information. It's in the specific information for them, for you in that moment. And then your abundance mindset, just like you can teach it all and there's nobody's going to compete with you. It's impossible. Like they're going to get their deal. You're still going to have your deals. Like
exactly. Oh my gosh. That's what I teach. Yesterday, I was talking about that. Every student in my academy has a different tree of investors.
Different tree of investors.
Are different. The branches are, the leaves are, the flowers are, and the tools that I teach and give them on silver platter, they can be changed to their logos, their names, their everything. So overnight, they become professional because of the tools that I've developed over 15 years, and we give them to them, right? And by paying a VA $50 or $60 or themselves, they can overnight design the investor brochures and PowerPoints and the website copy from my students. There's so many of them. Just copy for $100. You can have your own website. It's just mind-boggling, what can be done. But one has to really take that first step. And I was sharing, and I would love to share with everybody right now. Some people are hesitant to invest money, and they say it's a cost I cannot afford to give $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000, whatever. But that I would like to tell the world, I spent with my partner $130,000 in learning the tricks of the trade. Syndication, other people's money, using them and buying commercial real estate. 15 years back, Walter, I did not know what LOI was. Letter of intent, brother. I did not know anything. IRR, internal rate of return. I didn't know nothing about it. Cash on cash. I didn't even know the term cash on cash. I'm the kind of person who started with zero interest, zero knowledge. I bought single family homes. Those are easy to buy. But when I got into this I asked 2005, I think that's 17 years back now. I'm going back. I found out Dave Lindahl. I would love to give credit to my brother, Dave Lindahl from Audi Mentor. And, great person. I bought his two books, Emerging Market and Multifamily Millionaire. Great books, by the way. Anybody listening to us, please buy those. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I read that book, brother, and I highlighted every line and yellowed it out. I'm so glad
you're one, right? Multifamily Millions.
Yes, Multifamily Millions. There we go. Multifamily Millions. I bought the books, and it's so exciting, those two books. And then, of course, I paid for my team of people, 20,000, 30,000 back then. This is 15 years back, brother. The thing is, what I'm doing right now, making millions, is due to that, because I invested in that knowledge and the coaching, because the coach gave us the strength to take that first deal of the 14 units for $180,000.
Hold on, Vinney. I heard something.
We were not going ahead because
I heard something from you that I don't hear from a lot of people. You brought your team. You paid for your team to go.
Yes.
And then you said, gave us the knowledge. I think what held me back as I was going into all the personal development was I was going by myself and I was getting the knowledge. It wasn't until I want to say 2017, I started bringing my team to events.
Yes.
I paid for 5 or 6 of my team members to go to Grant Cardone's 10X. And that was the game changer, right? Because now they had the knowledge and I was able to leverage their knowledge
So true, so true. See the vision. If your team is right along with you, then
Yes.
two people become 11. Remember, 1, 1. Three people become 111, brother.
I
Four
love it.
people become 1, 1, 1, 1. That's 1,111. It's mind-boggling. It's the mindset of really getting your vision with your team people to really progress. It's like going on steroids. The growth you cannot capture. You know what can happen if your team goes with you, they understand the concepts, what you are understanding, and then you sit down, your level of thinking, your level of achievements, your level of commitment, your level of accountability is to the next level,
Yeah.
is to the nth degree. There is nothing in this world can really stop you. I'm telling you. And you know what? Out of the 6 people we paid, my partner and I, 3 fizzled out. Within 2 months, 3 months, they couldn't hold the bargain, you know. And we said, okay, go, go, go. We don't want to keep the crud.
That's right. Let them out.
Let them out. You know, the poison. I say, who in your team has the poison? Is a snake. I shouldn't use those words, but you got to cut the poison out in your company.
Yep.
Today, negative people who are dragging you down, who are not doing their work. Because if you really accommodate that person, other people will get the whiff of it and they will not perform at the peak place.
Yep.
You got to have everybody motivated, committed, and everything. If you find, I find people like left and right in my career because I cannot take, you know, I cannot accept if I'm working that hard and if they are sloughing off and they are not being good. And I mean, you know, they're not doing their part of the bargain, or they are talking behind people, they're cutting down other people, they're all that. I cannot tolerate, you know. We had 153 people, very excited people, motivated people. They knew that when Vinney comes on the Zoom, I've been managing all this empire from this, you know, from California, travel only 4 times a year, every year, 4 times, no more than that, maybe even 3 times only, you know. And when I go there, go for a week, look at all my assets, my teams, do the team building. But when we do the Zoom, everybody has to be totally in the Zoom. And I want to see how they dress up, how their demeanor is. All those things are so important. So Zoom and go to meetings and all that and Skype, you know, have been a savior for all of us. And now with COVID, everything is done on Zoom. I mean, I see my investors on Zoom, brokers on Zoom, everybody. I don't want to talk to anybody on the phone because phone is the worst thing one can talk to, really. I mean, do FaceTime. You know, I love to do FaceTime, WhatsApp, anywhere in the world. You could do WhatsApp. I'm doing my marketing team, you know, my VAs over there, international, my partners in Philippines on the Zoom. And then we are able to communicate much better. But, you know, you asked me the question.
You just dropped so much knowledge.
See, the thing is, you got to be passionate, but it doesn't start overnight. It won't start for anybody. I mean, that's the real truth. But you got to put that thinking time into where you are. Are you happy with the last 5 days or last 5 months or last 5 months or 5 years? 5 years is a long time, but I would just say 6 months. If you're not happy in the last 6 months, what would you change? See, the thing is, you will become a better person if you change you. If I change myself for the better, it's going to change my world. Just like I did that example, you know, if a man is right, the world will be right. If we are right, people around us will be right. If the people around us are already putting you down and they're demeaning you, they're jealous of you, they're saying you are no good, and all those stresses are coming from the outside world, change your world. but you can change your world with your choices. You can change your world by making up your mind that I'm going to change my surroundings. We are the sum total of 5 people. Everybody reads, talks, 5 books you read, you will be like that, you're thinking, and 5 people, you'll be earning average of the 5 people, you'll be behaving like those and all that. Lift up other people. But if they don't want to be lifted, you get them out of your system.
Beautiful. Like, I couldn't have said it better. It's like a work of art, that we say that when we're building millionaires, like if you want to go there, we're going to leave the rope behind. We're going to leave the path,
Yeah.
But if you don't want to go, like this is not a hook. Like you can let go of the rope anytime.
I mean, hold on. Let's just call spade a spade. Hold on. Look at Google. I'm going to be doing some recordings, why people are successful and what percentage of people. I mean, look at how many people are making 0.5% of US population. What's their average income per year? Look at 1%. Yeah. Then you look at 2% of people, what's their average income? Look at 3% of the people, what's their average income? Look at 5% of USA population earners, what's their income? Where do you stack?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Anybody listening to me, the thing is, you got to look at, you don't want to be in that top 5%, or look at what's the 10% of America is making. What's the 25%? If you want to be in the 25% bracket, what is that average? That should give you some ammunition to say whether you're successful or not. See, 70% of the people are mediocre people.
Mediocre.
If you want to be mediocre, it's your choice.
Wow, Vinney, I just looked, and 25% of income earners earn $67,000.
You got it, brother.
I did not realize.
67.
Wow.
Then you are okay. But you know what? If you're making 35 or 40 or 50, everybody's got the potential. It's that we are not using it.
Right.
We are not using it. If you're in W-2 job, stay there, but do a side hustle. I mean, there is always a side hustle, and you should, because you are capable of using your skills, and maybe your side hustle will take you to the biggest place. My side hustle, real estate. Look where I am now. I mean, I shared with my team, I think yesterday or day before, I don't know. I've been interviewed so many times in these 4 days. I just got live show interviewed. Also, 50 million people.
No way.
The TV show goes to 50 million people. I was a live show on Tuesday night. But it's very exciting. It's very exciting. The key thing is, brother, you got to really do the side hustle. I was hearing with somebody that 2015, when I retired 7 years back, I made the most money in my career. What?
2017.
Yeah, 2015. 15.
Yep.
2015. I started my new company in 2014, November. Neil Investment Group was born at in our apartment in Bethesda, Maryland, when we were there for a reason. And it was my laptop and my phone. I started the new company. But that's what, 2015, I retired from my motivational speaking and my stocks, and everything. So I made the most money that year. And then I made the most money last year.
So it seems like every year you keep making the most money. Just every 5 years, you got an even bigger year. Vinney, I know we got to jump off. I know you got other things to do.
Yeah, brother.
I found a chart that talks about what you were just talking about.
Oh, let's see it.
The household incomes for United States 2021, 2022. And you're right, like top 10% are earning $15 million. $15 million. Top 10%. I'm sorry, bottom 10%, 15,000. I read it wrong. Hold on, let me go backwards.
Yeah.
99% earn so 1% earn $500,000. So these numbers are just backwards.
Yes, backward.
Right.
Okay, got it. 1%. Yeah.
Yep. So the top 1% are earning 5 million a year, over 5 million a year.
Mhm.
The top 10% are earning 200,000 a year. The
Ah.
top 25%, 130,000 a year.
Mhm.
It looks like the top like 50% of the population are earning 70,000 a year.
Ah.
And then 75% of the population, 75% are earning 35,000.
35,000. Yeah.
35,000. And then the 90%, like the big 90% are earning 15. So like, I'm just looking at the income level, but you look at like how many people actually are living up there. It's almost nobody, 1%.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
chart's a little confusing the way it's set up, but like this makes sense to me. I see it out in the world all
What
the
was the
time.
statistic? Where did you go there? This is very good. I think, one should really be looking and seeing where one should fall. And then again, I'm not preaching to anybody that you got to be earning 200,000, 400, 500,000, but you should be always striving to improve the more money coming into your family, because you can do a lot more things for your family, for your children, for your education, for savings, for charities, all those things. If raising money, making more money doesn't motivate you, give to people who have less money. Why not?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do a side hustle, which will really get you so excited about life, not watching the TV, not really, doing all these whiling away the time. Time is the most precious thing. That's what I was teaching last night. It's money and time. People want more money or they want more time,
Yes. Yes.
and you can replace one for the other, by the way,
They're exchangeable.
They are. And the best thing is time is limited, money's not.
That's
See,
right.
24 hours. So we could really put our mind together, body together, everything, and our plans together. And other people are there to teach you and get you to next level. That's the exciting part. So what you are paying is an investment. It's not expense. See, we eat so much for the mouth down. We go to, bars and we go to restaurants. We blow $100 like that, right? And we say, oh, we had a great meal and I had a good drink for $15, but that $100 is gone. But if we spend that $100 for the mouth up into our brain and mindset and skills and having a coach to take us to the next level, which will make from the $100 to maybe 1,000 or 1,000,000 or 2 million from that $100. Literally, see, from mouth down, it's gone. But from mouth up, it invests into your mindset, into your skills and all that. So I really believe in that. Even though when I had zero money, brother, I was spending $1,000 a year in my personal development.
Yep.
For many, many years, buying books and this and Tony Robbins, all the CDs I had and, cassette tapes and you name it, right? Jim Rohn's and, Norman Vincent Peale and Dale Carnegie's and all that. But one has to have that desire. If you don't take action, nobody will come after you. But
True.
It's you that needs to decide today that, and then a lot of people are already doing and they're listening and they're going to seminars. But guess what? They are not taking action.
Yeah.
They're over analyzing and saying, when is the right time going to come that I should do that investment? That right time is today. It's today. I'm telling you, if you are not in real estate, if you're not learning, if you're not getting your investor base ready, you will not do well in 2023.
Yep.
I mean, that's what I'm teaching my students.
Yeah.
You've got to get money ready to get bigger deals. Yep. Otherwise, you'll be in the same rut of single family homes and all. That's what we talked about in the summit. My main passion was to give the positivity from the stage. And then, of course, the syndication, the OPM, other people's money,
And we've got your syndication training coming up second week of December. I was just looking. We're doing syndication made easy with Vinney Chopra. If you haven't already registered, you can go to alchemistnation.com. and go to our events tab, because Vinny's going to be talking about how to invest in multifamily. He's going to be sharing, we got a nice workshop built together where Vinny's going to be going through the process of like how you actually buy multifamilies, how you raise the capital, how it all works. This is December 12th at 6 p.m. EST. So that's 3 p.m. PST.
Yes.
And you can go to alchemistnation.com and look up Multifamily Syndication Made Easy with Vinney Chopra. That's, again, December 12th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. PST. Vinny, I know I took like almost an hour of your day today. So
my pleasure,
I apologize,
brother.
brother. Thank you so much.
Nothing else. I'll have my breakfast, my oatmeal, enjoy the time, and the key thing is to be happy, to be contented, and to be able to do the kind of things. If the things systematically, you could really bring your life to a new height of excitement and bliss and happiness. If you do things right, see, optimism comes, like I mentioned about it, optimism comes with the things I have done in the past, and I'm doing it consistently again with systems and other things. That gives you freedom of time, freedom of money, freedom of going on vacations and doing a lot of great things and charities and all that. So I hope you really got a lot out of the message today. And please look us up and join us in that seminar which is coming up. It's going to change your life. Promise.
December 12th, alchemistnation.com. You see Vinney Smile Chopra, Multifamily Made Easy. Cheers to your success. We have a choice. Always work with the best, the blessed. Thank you so much, Vinney. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, Walter, bro.
I'll see you next week, man.
Yes, see you next week.
All right, cheers.